Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are zeroing in on a genuinely fascinating chapter of history, how Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj completely transformed from a revolutionary warrior into a visionary statesman. It's so easy to just fixate on the battlefield tactics, but the true genius of an empire, well, that usually lies in the paperwork, the everyday policies, and the sheer administrative brilliance running behind the scenes. Right off the bat, we need to anchor on one massive concept: Swarajya. This wasn't just some political buzzword. It was the realization of a completely independent, self-sustaining Maratha Kingdom built on self-rule and absolute sovereignty. And think about it, establishing that is one thing, but actually maintaining it, that required a level of statecraft that was pretty much unprecedented. To unpack exactly how he pulled this off, we're going to hit 5 key areas: the dawn of Swarajya, the Ashta Pradhan Council, governance and the people, the birth of the Maratha Navy, and lastly, expansion and legacy. We're looking at a wildly impactful 6-year window here. We start with his coronation at Raigad Fort in 1674, power through a period of rapid southern expansion and naval dominance in the late 1670s, and wrap up with his passing in 1680. It's a short window for sure, but man, the sheer volume of statecraft achieved in those 6 years is just mind-blowing. Section 1. The Dawn of Swarajya, from warrior to sovereign. So, 1674. Everything shifts. Because his greatest challenge wasn't actually winning a kingdom, but successfully running it once the dust settled. With his coronation at the incredibly formidable Raigad Fort, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj officially becomes the sovereign ruler of the Maratha Kingdom. The heavy, day-to-day responsibility of building a stable nation had officially begun. Which brings us to Section 2, the Ashta Pradhan Council, organizing power. So how do you manage a vast, newly sovereign empire without it totally falling apart? His solution was the Ashta Pradhan, a council of 8 appointed ministers. Instead of ruling with this absolute, unchecked power, he decentralized things. He created distinct, specialized portfolios: finance, justice, foreign affairs, military administration. It was essentially a structured framework of early separation of powers that was quite literally centuries ahead of its time. Section 3. Governance and the people. Justice and welfare. He understood down to his bones that a successful kingdom rode entirely on the welfare of everyday people. Step 1. Protect the farmers and actively encourage them to cultivate the land. Step 2 was organizing revenue collections so it was actually fair rather than just an arbitrary shakedown. And Step 3, overhauling local administration to guarantee regional stability. Streamlining taxes while protecting agriculture, that was a revolutionary act of statecraft for the 17th century. And listen, this welfare extended way beyond just agriculture. Even with border conflicts constantly looming, maintaining strict domestic law and order was non-negotiable. He actively pushed merchants to trade, fiercely protected the roads so that commerce could actually flow, and used those forts as the ultimate defensive backbone. By executing these super pragmatic policies, he grounded the whole kingdom in solid economic reality. Moving on to Section 4, Birth of the Maratha Navy, securing the coast. This is where we see this amazing duality in his leadership. While a lot of land-based rulers of his era were literally turning their backs to the sea, he saw the strategic future. On land, sure, you've got those towering mountain forts, but on the water, he establishes one of India's earliest organized naval forces. By building absolute fortress marvels on the coast, like Sindhudurg and Vijaydurg, he's actively defending against naval rivals and locking down vital commerce moving through the Arabian Sea. Finally, Section 5, Expansion and Legacy, the enduring impact. When we look at the later years of his reign, we see this aggressive expansion paired with just iron-clad military discipline. Throughout the late 1670s, he executes these incredibly carefully planned campaigns into southern India, capturing key territories and stretching the kingdom's reach. And because of his administrative vision, he inspired fierce loyalty among his commanders, elevating the Maratha Kingdom into a major power on the subcontinent. The time catches up with every leader, right? In April 1680, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj passed away at Raigad Fort. But while it marked the end of his life, his foundational ideals, Swarajya, strict justice, self-rule, they were now permanently cemented into the cultural and political bedrock of the entire region. There's a quote from our source material that just hits the nail on the head. The story of Shivaji Maharaj is not only the story of a great warrior, but also of a visionary ruler. Absolutely crucial point. His legacy went on to shape the future of the entire Maratha Empire and left an indelible mark on global history. So I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on. How does the vision of a 17th century ruler still shape our understanding of leadership and self-rule today? When you look back at the brilliant delegation of the Ashta Pradhan, that incredible naval foresight at Sindhudurg, and the overarching dream of Swarajya, it is wild to consider how the blueprint of a 17th century state might just hold some profound lessons for the leaders of today.